Halo semuanya dan selamat datang kembali di
Aspod, ASGARDIan Podcast.
Nah, untuk episode kali ini kita punya topik yang spesial banget nih, yaitu DIGINOMICS, where digital money meets everyday life. Sebelumnya perkenalkan aku Abdillah.
Dan aku Sifra, yang akan jadi host kalian untuk episode kali ini. Jadi hari ini kita bakal ngobrolin gelombang cashless bareng tamu spesial kita hari ini, yaitu seorang mahasiswa internasional dari Universitas Muhammadiyah Purwokerto. Kita bakal bahas uang digital dari sudut pandang mahasiswa global, sisi ekonominya, dan satu pertanyaan penting. Apakah akan terjadi keseimbangan antara uang tunai fisik dengan uang digital? So, please welcome Mr. Agadouf.
Hi. So, would you like to introduce yourself, please, for the audience?
Okay, my name is Abdurrahim Subik. I'm from Sudan originally. I am a student at UMP. I study IT at the second year right now.
Okay. So it's the second year.
Yeah, it's my second year.
Okay, we want to know how long have you been here in Indonesia, by the way?
I've been in Indonesia for almost 2 years right now.
Got it. So, do you remember your first impression when you arrived in Indonesia? And what kind of places have you explored while being here in Indonesia, especially Purwokerto?
Okay, actually my first impression when I've been here, the weather was too nice for me because it was raining and I like the rain too much.
Yeah.
For the places that I have explored in Indonesia, I have visited many cities actually in Java, like Jogja, Solo, Cirebon, Jakarta.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, it sounds like a very great experience, yeah. And I'm curious, while you visiting those places, what was your experience when handling the transactions? Did you mostly using cash or a cashless?
For me, I'm a cashless person, so I usually use digital money.
So I guess you're more of a cashless person, right?
Yeah, right.
And I agree with you. As a cashless person, we don't need to carry a wallet or any other stuff. We just need our phone and we can simply scan to pay, right? Okay, let's get into a real talk. We have some questions for you today, from personal experience to policy ideas. Okay, first one. Coming from your home country, what was your biggest culture shock when using digital payments in Indonesia?
Actually, before I come here, like, I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like Indonesia is not a developed country. And I thought when I come here, as I told you, I'm a cashless person. So I said it's very difficult for me to use like e-wallet or bank accounts. So I was worried about that. But when I come here, I'm shocked because I found a lot of like e-wallets here, so it can work. So I feel comfortable about that.
Yeah. So next questions. From your IT perspective, how do you see the development of digital payments technology?
As an IT student, I see the development of the digital technology. It's like we as an IT student, we're focusing more on like to make the very simple interface for the users, so the user can use it easily. But behind that simple interface, there is a very complicated things, which is like security, how to secure the personal information, how to secure the data of the users. So I think the IT student should focus more about how to make the users feel comfortable and very simple for the user. That's be possible for all users to do, and already they start to do it right now.
That makes a lot of sense. But now, this one is always debated. Will physical cash still be relevant in the following years? And what economic functions cannot be replaced by digital money yet?
That's a nice question.
Yeah.
About the cash, I don't think the cash it can be replaced by any. Also the development of the digital money and something like that. But the cash cannot be replaced. But it can be like the second option after the digital money. Because of many things. For example, the first reason that makes the cash cannot be replaced their privacy. Because right now when we're using the digital money, it's easy for the bank or for any person to know our balance, for example, how many do we have, how much money do we have. And also, sometimes there is some technical problems happen. For example, when you want to pay with the e-wallet, sometimes there is a connection problem or something like that. At that time, the cash will be a solution for that.
Next question is, from your perspective, what is your response to the misuse of technology for fake payment media?
That's a nice question. So, yeah, we can say that is the dark side of the technology. Because as long as we develop ourselves, we develop our system, the digital system, the people, the same people who develop it, so they study the same people who used to hack it or use the useless people. So that's a bit difficult. That's a real challenge for us as an IT student. So we need to focus more for the security, for how to secure the applications, how to secure the apps, and so that's a real challenge for it. So we can say that the dark side of the digital one, but it can be solved, of course.
Okay. Talking about safety, what roles should government and financial institutions play in ensuring cybersecurity for digital finance?
Yeah, actually, as I said, it's a challenge, but the government, of course, can solve it. For example, the government can put a very difficult punishment for the cybersecurity crime. And also, the other challenge is for the people awareness. So the people don't know a lot about it. The simple people, I mean the single user, they don't know about the hackers.
Yeah.
And also they don't know about for example, the fake payment media. So the government should raise the awareness of the people, so the people easily can know how can you use the application of the e-wallet safely.
So now let's talk about the access. Does digital money increase financial inclusions or actually widen the digital divide?
Actually, at the beginning, it's look very simple and it's look like it's a positive thing. It look like positive, but actually it's not that simple and it's not that positive. Because it's good for the economy things because it's gonna protect the economy, the country economy, and also like it's easy for the government to take the taxes from the people. But of course, there is no privacy of it. The problem is the privacy. So when we used to do it a lot, there is some people maybe they will decide to don't use e-wallet or digital money because of the privacy. That's a problem.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a controversial one. If all transactions are traceable, does that kill the shadow of economy? And is that 100% a good thing for the economy?
As I mentioned before, it's look like good things for the economy. But we come to the privacy again.
Okay.
Yeah, because for example, especially the wealthy people or the rich people, they worry a lot about their privacy. Many people don't want some people know about their amounts of the money. So when they use or they put all their money in the bank store, that will kill the privacy. Exactly.
Okay, so back to the comparisons. How does Indonesia's cashless system compare to your country in terms of adoptions and regulations?
Okay. So Indonesia, compared by my country, it looks almost similar, But in Indonesia, I can say there's a lot e-wallets here, and a lot of banks compared by my country.
Yeah.
But on the other side, like in my country, you can find it's really easy to use the e-wallets. For example, any shop, any market, even the traditional markets, you can use the e-wallet. Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. Now I'd like to ask, will physical cash be balanced with cashless? And how would that impact for international students, tourists, and remittances?
Okay. Actually, So it's not just good, but it's necessary to balance the cash with the e-wallet. Because, especially for the international students and the terrorists, because the terrorists, not all people in the same condition. For example, the terrorists, when they came here, at the beginning, they need time to adapt the new, the system here. It's, of course, it's going to be not same like in their countries. So, at the first, they need to use their cash. Yeah. But for international students, for those who can stay for a longer time, of course, they need to use digital money.
So I want to ask you, if you are advising some banks in Indonesia on one policy for following years regarding digital money, what would it be?
Okay, if I can the transfer price of banking information. My advice is gonna be like they should invest more on security and the customer trust. Because the technology can be developed easier and faster, but the trust cannot be vital, cannot be developed easier. Because right now many people, like they don't use bank account. Why? Because they don't trust it. Because they don't trust for the safety of their money, and also like they don't trust when they want to get their money back. Is it they can get it easy or not? Because as I mentioned, because there's some technical things. So if the bank can make sure about the trust of the customers, that's going to be easier for them, even easier than developing the technology. So they should invest on the security and the trust of the customer.
Now, from a technical side, what's the biggest back-end challenge in building a national cashless system? Is it scalability, security, or interoperability?
Okay. Actually, it depends on more of them, all of them. But if I must choose one of them, I choose interoperability because of what? Because now, for example, BA, if there are all the transaction between BRI and BRI, that's can be controllable and secured. But the problem if you are going to, of course, if you are going to develop it, we have to work with like different banks, different e-wallets. So that's more difficult to be secured because it's going out from the system of the bank itself. So that's going to be the biggest challenge.
Okay, the last question. Many fintech apps use OpenAI and third-party integrations. How do we make sure innovations stay fast but doesn't compromise the user data set?
Okay. Actually, for us as IT students, we should focus only on the security. Not only on the security, but more on the security. Because like, the challenge is not how to create, but the real challenge is how to secure what we create. So if you just create something without the security, that's going to be really dangerous, especially for the customer. And you're going to break the customer trust or for the bank or for the e-wallet itself or for the digital money itself. So the security is the most important.
Okay, those are some solid insight. Thank you for breaking down the economics, the risk, and the life impact of going cashless. To wrap up, do you have like any final messages for our listeners, especially the students who use more of cashless than the cash?
Okay. My advice for the student who use cashless, my advice is you should be careful about the hackers and also like because nowadays it's really easy for any person, for the normal person, to make payment with you. So you should be careful about that. That's like gonna make your money is more safe. Actually, the cashless is really like effective and it's really nice. It's really helpful. But you should be careful also about this fake payment media.
Okay, and that's a wrap for this episode of Aspod. Masih thanks to Mr. Agadouf for sharing your global perspective with us. Untuk semuanya nih yang dengerin, pesan utamanya adalah kita harus bijak dan bertanggung jawab dalam penggunaan antara uang fisik dengan uang digital. Teknologi memang berkembang dengan cepat, tetapi literasi keuangan harus berkembang lebih cepat.
Terima kasih buat semuanya yang udah temenin kita buat dengerin pembicaraan kita dari awal sampai selesai. Jangan lupa follow kita di YouTube channel OSIS SMA Negeri 3 Purwokerto dan Instagram @osismaga
serta Instagram Sektris Maga.
dan Freelance Maga. Untuk episode selanjutnya dari Aspod.
Terima kasih dan sampai jumpa di episode
berikutnya. Dah.